As tensions escalate in the Middle East, thousands of U.S. Marines are moving toward the front lines. This is the tip of the spear in the Strait of Hormuz.
Inside the hull, the atmosphere is electric. These men are preparing for a long-duration mission where every pound of gear matters.
The transition from ship to shore is where the Marine Corps excels. These amphibious vehicles allow for a seamless projection of power from the sea.
From the air, snipers provide a constant eye on the water, identifying threats long before they reach the fleet. It's a silent, deadly layer of protection.
While the Marines handle the ground and air, the Navy's bridge crews navigate the world's most dangerous waterways with surgical precision.
The roar of a jet engine is the sound of freedom. The F-35 provides the stealth and sensor fusion necessary to dominate any modern airspace.
This is not just a show of force. This is a commitment to global stability. In the Strait of Hormuz, the Aviation War Room stands ready.
Logistics is the lifeblood of the Corps. Before a single boot touches foreign soil,
Small boat operations allow for clandestine reconnaissance. In the narrow waters of the strait, these small teams are the Navy's eyes and ears.
Every launch is a choreographed dance of danger. On a carrier deck, there is no room for error, especially when handling live ordnance.
the sun goes down, but the work continues. Endurance is built in the dark, preparing these men for the
Night operations turn the flight deck into a surreal landscape of light and shadow. It is here that the true skill of the naval aviator is tested.
Constant vigilance is the only way to prevent miscalculation. These aerial patrols ensure the safe passage of global commerce through the strait.
From the flight deck to the front lines, the message is clear.
The F-35 Lightning II represents a generational leap in combat capability. Its ability to land vertically and take off.
The bridge of a warship is the brain of the fleet. Here, decisions are made in seconds that affect the security of the entire region.
Small caliber weapons like the 25mm chain gun are essential for defending against asymmetric threats, such as swarming fast attack boats.
Night is the Marine's best friend. Utilizing advanced optics and armored protection, they can strike from the sea before the enemy even knows they are there.
Launching at night requires absolute trust between the pilot and the deck crew. In this high-stakes environment, there is no room for a single mistake.
Amphibious operations don't stop when the sun goes down. The ability to deploy armored units 24/7 is what makes the U.S. Navy a global force. As the sun sets on the Strait of Hormuz, the Aviation War Room remains on watch.
Behind every successful sortie is the Ordnance team.
Known as grapes for their purple jerseys, the fueling teams are the lifeblood of flight operations. They work in a high-octane environment where speed and safety must coexist.
The shooter gives the word. In an instant, steam-powered pistons accelerate a fighter jet from 0 to 160 miles per hour.
In the Combat Direction Center, the fog of war is cleared. Every radar blip is scrutinized, ensuring that no threat goes.
At night, the pilot can't see the deck, only the lights. The LSO is their guardian, a voice in the dark guiding them home to.
As night falls over the strait, the vigil continues. This is the Aviation War Room, standing watch at the crossroads of the world.
Aerial overwatch is constant. In the narrow corridors of the strait, seeing the threat before it sees you is the difference between safety and a sudden escalation.
Small boat units are the ghosts of the fleet. They can disappear into the waves, providing a clandestine capability that larger ships simply cannot match.
Precision from a vibrating platform is one of the most difficult skills to master. These snipers provide an unmatched level of aerial interdiction.
Security drills are a daily occurrence. Whether defending the ship or preparing for an boarding mission, these Marines are always in a state of high readiness.
The meatball doesn't lie. For a pilot returning from a mission, these lights and the voice of the LSO are the only things that matter in the final seconds of flight.
Night is where the deck crew earns their keep. In a world of shadows and jet blast, the glowing wands of the Marshal are the only guide for a pilot on the move. These small craft are built for one thing: speed. When the Navy needs to board a vessel in a hurry, these Marines are the first.
Presence is power. Simply by being in the Strait, the U.S. Navy ensures that the rules of the sea are followed. The bridge crew is the voice of that authority.
As another day ends in the Strait, the resolve of the fleet remains unbroken. Peace through strength, and vigilance.
Search and rescue is a promise. Every pilot who takes off knows that if they go down, these swimmers will be there to pull them from the waves, no matter the conditions.
Victory is often decided before the first engine starts. In the planning rooms, every variable is accounted for.
In the CAT-CC, controllers manage the chaos of a busy airspace. They are the invisible thread that connects the pilot in the sky to the steel deck of the ship.
A carrier landing isn't a landing, it's a controlled crash. Catching one of the 4 wires at 105 miles per hour is a feat of pure skill.
Across every ocean, in every climate, the presence of the fleet is a constant.
Training for the Strait of Hormuz happens long before the ships leave the pier. Endurance is forged in the dark, miles away from the spotlight. Amphibious deployment at night is a test of trust. The vehicle commander relies entirely on the signals of the deck crew to navigate the transition into the deep.
In the final moments before deployment, gear is checked and rechecked. Down here, there is no such thing as being too prepared.
Flying a helicopter over a moving deck is a constant battle against physics. It requires a delicate touch and a total connection between man and machine.
The yellow shirts are the conductors of the flight deck symphony. Without their signals, the deck would be a chaotic and deadly environment.
As another day ends, the vigil continues. This is the strength of the fleet. This is the Aviation War Room.
In the depths of the ship, the supply chain never stops. Spare parts and critical supplies are the fuel that keeps the carrier's air wing in the fight.
Safety is a full-time job on the flight deck. The damage control teams are the silent protectors, standing ready to face the heat at a moment's notice.
Electronic warfare is the invisible front line. Behind every jammer and sensor is a technician ensuring the digital shield of the fleet remains unbroken.
Vigilance never sleeps. While the rest of the ship rests, sentries on the bow provide the final layer of human defense against the unknown. Strength is not just physical, it is mental. For these Marines, every mile of the march is a step closer to the mission that awaits them in the Strait. In the belly of the beast, the work never stops. Maintenance is the silent backbone of air power, ensuring every engine is ready for the heat of the Strait. Fuel is the lifeblood of the fleet. The Grapes, as the fueling teams are known, work in one of the most dangerous zones on Earth to keep the birds in the sky.
In the darkness of the CDC, the fog of war is lifted. Every radar return is a question that must be answered with speed and accuracy.
Speed is security. Fast roping allows the Marines to strike with surprise, transitioning from the air to the objective in a matter of seconds.
On a pitching deck in the middle of the night, even a parked jet can become a threat. The blue shirts ensure that everything stays exactly where it belongs.
Morning on the bridge brings a new set of challenges. Navigating the world's most congested waterways requires a sharp eye and a cool head.
Freedom of navigation is not a given. It is defended every day.
A carrier is a floating city, and its hospital is world-class. In the Aviation War Room, the safety of the personnel.
When the fleet goes silent to avoid detection, ancient methods return. Light and flags become the voice of the aviation.
The Hawkeye is the quarterback of the sky.
From its high-altitude perch, it directs the Aviation War Room's response.
Morale is a combat multiplier. Feeding 5,000 people 3 times a day is a massive logistic.
The mission doesn't end when the engines stop. The debrief is where the real learning happens, turning experience into the lethal edge of the Aviation War Room.
In the quiet of the night, the resolve of the fleet is loudest. Protecting the peace, ensuring the future.
Security begins beneath the waves. Maintenance divers are the silent guardians of the fleet's propulsion, ensuring the Aviation War Room stays on the move.
Gas in the air means more time on station. Aerial refueling is the force multiplier that allows the Aviation War Room to maintain a 24-hour presence over the strait.
Information is the first weapon of war. Reconnaissance teams use every tool available to provide the Aviation War Room with a clear picture of the battlefield. Stealth is useless without punch. The Ordnance crews work through the night to ensure that when the Aviation War Room strikes, it hits with overwhelming force.
From the depths to the heavens, the mission is absolute. Strength, vigilance, and resolve. This has been the Aviation War Room.
A carrier is a self-sustaining island. In the machine shop, if a part doesn't exist or can't be ordered, we make it ourselves.
Training never stops. In the classroom, we fight the battles of tomorrow by studying the mistakes of yesterday.
The environment of the Persian Gulf is brutal on machinery. Heat and salt are constant enemies. The green shirts are the front line.
Close quarters combat is a game of inches. Inside the ship, we turn every hallway and hatch into a training ground.
Logistics is more than just bullets and beans. It's the mail from home and the fresh food that keeps 5,000 people moving. Supply is the heart of the Aviation War Room.
From the machine shop to the cockpit, from the classroom to the bridge, we are one force.
On a long deployment, the gym is more than a place to train, it's a release. Physical dominance is a requirement for every Marine in the Aviation War Room. Mail call is the best day on the ship. A letter or a package from home is the ultimate morale booster, reminding the crew why they stand the watch.
In the dark of the strait, the human eye remains the final line of defense. Lookouts like Riley provide the human intuition that sensors sometimes miss.
Information is the primary weapon in modern conflict. In the JIC, the Aviation War Room's intelligence teams turn raw data into actionable tactical advantages.
Maintenance is a game of millimeters. Technicians like Ira are the guardians of flight safety, ensuring that every aviation...
Amphibious power requires constant upkeep. In the well deck, mechanics work around the clock to keep the Aviation War Room's ground forces mobile and lethal.
Coming home is the hardest part of the mission. For the pilots of the Aviation War Room, a vertical landing at sunset is a masterclass in precision and technology.
Vigilance has no sunset. As the fleet moves through the night, the resolve of the Aviation War Room remains.
The LSO is the pilot's eyes on the deck. In the final seconds of a landing, their voice is the only thing that matters, guiding the jet to a safe trap on the wire.
The catapult is a masterpiece of steam and steel. Without the green shirts maintaining the shuttle, the Aviation War Room's jets would never leave the deck.
Replenishment at sea is the Navy's secret weapon. It allows the Aviation War Room to stay on station indefinitely, bringing the supply chain directly to the front lines.